All right, welcome to another episode of Inception Consultant. So, in today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about my internship that I am doing right now, and it's with the Sales Sniper Matthew Ryder. It's pretty fun so far. So far, so good. We're basically the end of week 3, 12 weeks to go. Yesterday, we had a role play. So it's fun. I actually got to role play with Matt Ryder. It's pretty cool. If you don't know anything about his channel, go check him out. He has fantastic content, second to none. I don't think there's a better YouTube channel out there except for mine, but mine isn't as good as his. I'll just be honest with you. It's not as good as his. But if I were to refer you to any YouTube channel, send you to him. Check his channel out. He also has a podcast, Coffee is for Closers. I think you got the idea from the movie Glengarry Glen Ross. Great movie as well. Fantastic movie. So, in my journey to becoming an inbound closer, I always fancy the idea of being able to share what's going on in my world, the ups, the downs, everything, whatever it takes to become an inbound closer, so that you, if you're thinking about becoming an inbound closer, you know exactly what it took for someone like me, who is, how do you say, old and past the prime. If you're 20, 22, 23, I actually wish I had an opportunity like this. This would have been amazing to be 20 and to learn how to close from a legend. It's pretty good as well. So, if you watch my channel from the beginning, it's just over 6 months old. It's almost 7 months now. I bought my first course with the Sales Mentor, the Accelerator program. It was $97. And took all the courses, coaching, all this kind of stuff. So now I'm a part of the Closers Code, which is the Sales Sniper. And in that, it's a weekly subscription, so you can cancel anytime. It's $35 Aussie for the first week, and then it's $50 every week after that, and you can cancel anytime. There's like a big button that you can just cancel. So the reason why I'm doing that is the ability to be able to have role plays basically whenever you want, Monday to Friday. You want to role play or you want to be immersed in role plays, then you need to check out the Closers Code. If you just want to role play on your own with friends, practice, you can do that as well. But what I like about the Closers Code is there's dozens and dozens of people all at once, and you could see the best of the best, the cream rising to the top and all that kind of stuff. And it just helps you become better as well. I think practice makes perfect. So if there's one piece of advice, one tip as you're being groomed to becoming an inbound closer, man, practice your tonality. That is key. Practice asking questions in different ways. So let's just take this for an example. Consequence. So let's just say you throw out a question. What happens if you decide not to do this program? What changes? That's the type of consequence. So now you mix it up a bit and you add different types of questions. So you're basically reframing the question, maybe at a different point in your presentation, but you bring it up again. So it might be something like, if they're thinking, I need to talk it over with my spouse. Okay. So what happens if your spouse says no? What happens if your wife says no? What happens if your husband says no? What happens if your partner says no? Your business partner? What happens if you say no to yourself? You go to bed tonight thinking this is the best thing on the planet, and tomorrow you wake up and you go, what did I do? What happens? So you have to get comfortable at asking questions in different ways, because sometimes you might not get a deep enough answer from your prospect because maybe they don't know how to articulate the pain that they're in right now. So I think the goal in your presentation would be to inject some kind of emotion into the presentation. You got to get them there, because if they don't see that you can help them, and if they don't understand what the consequences are of not joining your program, if it doesn't seem serious enough, they're not going to buy. They really aren't. And it doesn't matter what your price is. Your price could be $97, could be $500. They're not going to buy. So price is not the issue. It's, did you evoke enough emotion in your presentation? And I don't mean making them weep like a little child in front of you. Like, you're not supposed to make them cry. But what I am saying is you have to get them to come up with the idea that they need your product or service. And if they don't do it, nothing's going to change. In fact, they might even go backwards. So you have to get them to reason that out, to rationalize that. Because if you tell them this is a good program to get and this will change your life in the next 12 months, a year, you're going to look back and go, this is the best thing that you've ever done in your life. It sounds weird. It sounds like you're trying to manipulate them. But if you can get them to say, yeah, everything that you've said to me so far makes sense, and I've wanted a program that teaches me skills on how to handle any objection under the sun, how to raise my confidence, all that kind of stuff, and how to be able to communicate better, how to articulate myself in a better way. If they start saying these things on their own accord, you have a chance at selling them the program. But if they're not buying in, and by buying in, if they're not telling you that they're interested in the program, and it's not good enough even just to say, hey, Shane, I'm interested. Let's do this. Why? I would be like, why? Like, I don't know if this program, and it sounds kind of weird, but I don't know if this program will work for you. Like, I'm not totally convinced. What do you think? Do you think everything that I've shared so far will work for you? If they say, yeah, I think so. It's like, well, why? Tell me why. They have to sell you on it now. And if they can sell you on it, chances are they're going to buy into the program. And you got to be careful not to make it kind of silly, dopey, sleazy, whatever, because you're not doing that. You're not trying to manipulate someone into doing something that they don't want to do. But I think a professional consultant, coach, inbound closer, salesperson will prove their worth if they can get the customer to believe that they can solve their problem. If they can believe that you can actually solve it, and then you can have a little bit of fun with it, have a little bit of push-pull, like say, yeah, you know what? I know, like this program isn't for everyone. Like, it's actually very hard. It's a hard program. Just because we see results of people making $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month doesn't necessarily mean that anybody can do it. Like, it's a lot of hard work. And I don't want to put you in a position where you're going to do something and then tomorrow you're going to be like, yeah, this is hard. I'm telling you ahead of time, it's hard work. But if you have the bandwidth to be able to take on something new and allocate an extra couple of hours a day, 4 or 5 hours a week, that kind of stuff, like, is that something that you're willing to do? Yes, I think I can do that. Okay. So where do you want to go from here? Like, you got to ask them those questions, because if they don't know what the next step is, then it's going to be pretty tough to close the deal on them, because they don't even know. They're like, I don't know what to do right now. Well, I can give you some ideas of what you need to do. Do you have a pen? Here's a contract. Anyways, I'm rambling a little bit, but there are ways to inject emotion into the person so that they actually feel that it is their idea. And it is their idea because they have to understand that this program is going to work for them, whatever it is. It could be Amazon. It could be a course on learning how to play the guitar. It could be anything under the sun. But they have to justify it. They have to rationalize it. They have to not rationalize it, but they have to emotionally invest in it. They have to see themselves doing the program and seeing the end result, where they want to be 6 months, 9 months, a year from now. Anyways, that's all I got for tonight. That's all. What do you think about the lights in the background? It's kind of cool. I bought another set of lights yesterday, and they were longer, twice as long, and they shorted. I plugged them in, and boom, just like 10 minutes before the role play yesterday, they just went out. So I went to Walmart today and bought this strip, and then I realized it's only like 2 meters. So I had to string it across kind of the middle of the bookshelf instead. So doing my best to upgrade. A little bit of lights, a little bit of a light show in the background. Headphones, got a microphone here. I don't know if you've seen this one yet. I think I've shared it in another video. Absolutely love this mic. Love it. There you go. That's all I have for tonight. So don't forget to subscribe on your way out the door. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Subscribe. Comment if you like the new look of my channel. Always trying to tweak it a little bit. I love the books in the back, for me personally, because I love reading books. I love my bookshelf. And I'm not going to put it in a garage. It doesn't belong in the garage. It belongs in my office. That's where I do my reading. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.